Do you use your erotic intuition? Yes, you do have one. We all have it. The question is, do we use it? And if we do, how? Hi, this is Liana, Holistic Intimacy Coach. Welcome back to my channel. Here, I help you get your orgasmic intimacy. In case you don't know, I've launched on the channel a challenge or an experiment with a guided focusing practice around blessing your erotic levels of consciousness. So I take your erotic energy and erotic expression through the levels of consciousness, and this one is based on the chakra energy centers from the Hindu tradition. The practice that I've done is inspired by Dr. Joe Dispenza's Bless Your Energy Centers. There is one energy center there, around here, which is your intuition. And the words that I say in this meditation, which I've been doing daily, right when I wake up, I do that meditation. So the words that I use there are around blessing your erotic intuition, blessing your capacity to see through the veil of things. And because I've been doing this practice without my own voice, it is a bit strange for me to listen to my own voice and then follow a practice which sounds like me. So I do it without any guidance. I just do it on my own. I was able to, expand on the stuff that I said there. And when it comes to this center, so erotic intuition and blessing my erotic intuition, I've actually developed the following statements, which I want to encourage you to consider when you're thinking about your erotic intuition, and then also when you use it. So the first one, yes, was I bless my erotic intuition. I bless my capacity to see what is real and what is not in my intimacy. The other one that I say is I bless my capacity to see through the challenges that I'm facing, to discern them. I bless my capacity to see the solutions to my intimacy challenges. And then I bless my capacity to adapt the solutions that I see to what happens. So intuition on all levels, basically. The invitation that I have for you is right now, when you're considering your erotic intuition, is firstly, regardless of your status, single, committed, complicated, non-monogamous, or committed to multiple people, so regardless of that, is first of all to feel into what is the best line of action for you, or inaction. That's also a choice there, in your intimate life. And I'm not talking about who is the best person for you to have sex with or to date. I'm talking about what is the best way to express your erotic energy, okay, your sexual energy. Sometimes the best use of your energy is to create things, not necessarily express physically. Yes, I'm guessing everybody here knows that our erotic and sexual energy is creativity, first and foremost. Creativity not just to bring new life, that is the very palpable and very foundational, like sexuality one-on-one, that's procreation. But the symbolism there is deeper, meaning creating what? You can create art. Artists use their creative energy, and sometimes they're extremely attached to their work, just like parents are attached to their children. And whenever somebody's not treating their children/work properly, they get offended, they get upset, they get hurt, they feel threatened, they feel scared sometimes. Because, yes, just as parents are attached and concerned and deeply love their children, so do artists feel about their creations. They've put a piece of their soul there. much like people put a piece of themselves, like their genetic material, and women even more because they carry the pregnancy for at least 8, sometimes 7 months or 9 months, and they give a lot of themselves in that pregnancy. Well, so do artists when they create. Another way of using your erotic intuition, so your highest expression of your erotic energy, is to understand what is the best use of your creativity at any given moment or stage in your life. And shockingly enough for most people, sometimes intuition, if we truly listen to it and we don't precondition it with, okay, but sexual energy is always expressed with somebody having sex, and erotic intuition means what else can I do, like what new things can I bring to the relationship. That's not always the case. Sometimes, shockingly to many people, intuition tells you, no, right now I need to hibernate and to conserve my energy, because we do consume a lot of energy in intimacy. The level of vulnerability and openness actually consumes us a lot. And it requires a lot of nervous capacity from our side, our ability to stay present and sustain whatever happens with our attention, and our capacity to react to whatever happens. Intimacy is not always easy. So sometimes your intuition tells you, okay, you need to replenish your energy, like literally your energy, to feel alive. You need to sleep, you need to meditate, you need to stay within. You have your winter season. And it's not that you're growing old, it's that sometimes you need to, recharge. Just like you need to sleep periodically, you also need to charge, sexually speaking, replenish your energy. Sometimes it might actually mean, your erotic intuition might tell you, okay, aside from rest, what kind of nourishment am I getting? And I'm going to start with the more subtle one, emotional nourishment. The quality of our intimacy, which is not only in how much and how long we have sex, it's also in how well are we supporting one another, how well do we feel loved and cherished and accepted and held, sometimes physically, sometimes emotionally. So how well do we feel nourished? Or how much do we feel nourished in our relationships? And erotic intuition can actually tell you sometimes, you know what, I don't feel like expressing physically because right now what I need is a stronger bond, emotional bond with my partner. Or my body needs to be held, touched, caressed, so given pleasure in a different way, not necessarily a sexual one, but just a loving one, generally loving my body. And it can get that from yourself, it can get that from your partner, it can get that in many other ways, which are ethical, nourishing to you, basically. So your erotic intuition might actually tell you so many things. Sometimes your erotic intuition can guide you. Maybe you know that there is somebody around you who is hurt, wounded, and they might need support, understanding, a kind word, especially around, okay, there's nothing wrong with you as a being. If sometimes maybe you don't respond to what others need of you, usually that's where wounds come from in our intimacy. We are expected to reciprocate in a certain way, and maybe we can't. We can't raise to the expectations, we can't meet them altogether because we are built and wired differently. Or sometimes we don't have the energy for that. Exploration and bringing ourselves to do new things, if you truly listen to your erotic intuition, you will know that it requires a bit more energy. Yes, you need to be rested, your nerves need to be at full capacity so that you can really stay present with whatever is being proposed there. Places, actions, accessories, all other kinds of exposure to risks and other crazy things that many people find enticing. And when I say crazy, I mean just unusual and playful and a bit wild and a bit out there. Okay, those do require that you have a bit more availability, which is firstly physical, so you're rested. Then it's emotional, okay, you're not closed down, so you're not in negative emotional imprint, you're in a positive one. Then it's mental, because you got to process some things there. And depending on what is happening there and how much is required of you, sometimes even soulful availability. And this is especially for people who want to go extremely deep in their intimacy. Your intuition can actually clear up for you, is this a good time for me? Is this opportune or auspicious for me to engage in? Or is it better for me to maybe say pass, pause, maybe later, right now I need to do something else? So your intuition, if you truly listen to it, it's not the politically attractive thing when it comes to intimacy. It's actually the best thing that is needed for you at any given time or moment. So this is my little take on how to actively use your erotic intuition. First of all, the questions or the ways in which you intend to use it. What is the best for me right now? How do I see clearly what is going on with me and for me in my intimacy right now? What are the solutions or approaches that are in my best interest and then in my intimate relationship's best interest right now? What are the things that I could be doing better right now? Sometimes erotic intuition tells you, okay, now you need a pause. Totally okay to go there. Absolutely realistic and part of your human experience. Also, how do you then apply and listen to your intuition and actually hold space for yourself to do that? Especially when maybe in your relationship, your partner might actually want or need, or it might be in their best interest to do something else. This is also listening to your erotic intuition and attuning it to your partners and to the situation that you're in or the period that you're in. So erotic intuition sometimes, when you're in a beautiful, committed, loving relationship or relationship system, it could tell you various things. And the practice of sitting down and doing maybe one of those guided meditations or any other kinds where you connect with yourself and you listen to yourself and you get insights. That's how I look at erotic intuition from a more dynamic place. Meaning I'm in a relationship, stuff is happening. How do I use my intuition as an actual resource for me to navigate this relationship, expand it, grow, blossom even more, and so on. That being said, I encourage you to check out this guided meditation and to start using it and drop me a feedback. What did it reveal to you? What new perspectives around your sexuality or erotic energy did it bring about to you, or did it bring up for you that maybe you did not know or you didn't think of before? That's what progress is. So that's it. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Until then, I wish you an intuitive, intimate life. Bye.